New York Times bestselling author Gretchen Rubin has investigated the link between happiness and human nature for the past decade. Her books have sold more than 3.5 million copies worldwide, and her award-winning podcast, Happier with Gretchen Rubin, has more than 66 million total downloads. Her new book is Outer Order, Inner Calm, Declutter and Organize to Make More Room for Happiness. Rubin offers more than 120 tips for organizing our lives. Gretchen Rubin, good morning.
Very happy
note, by the way, that Gail has left. We haven't decluttered the table. She is off on assignment. What is outer order?
You know, outer order is when we've just cleared away everything that's clogging our space. We've gotten rid of things that we don't use, don't need, don't love. And some people want to be left with more. They love abundance. Some people want simplicity, but it's getting rid of everything that's just in our way.
Why does it make you happy?
You know, there's just this weird connection for most people between outer order and inner calm and inner focus and even a sense of possibility. Not everybody feels this way. Some people are truly clutter blind and they don't see it, they don't care. But for most people, it gets rid of bad feelings. It makes you feel more engaged with your things. You can find things more easily. Life is easier.
So for many people, it's daunting to take on the clutter that they both recognize and then all the stuff that they don't recognize is cluttering up their life. So what's the first simple step that they can take to climb this Everest?
Well, the first thing is don't get organized, because a lot of people are like, I need to get organized, so I'm going to get a filing cabinet and fancy hangers and a set of containers. First, you want to get rid of everything you don't use, need, or love, and then maybe you don't need to organize anything at all, because you don't need a filing cabinet because you only have 3 documents left. And then to ask the question, do I need it, do I use it, do I love it? Because if you don't need it, use it, or love it, why do you have it? It's the cord to nowhere, to nothing. You can get rid of that.
It's a great book because the number one, you say make choices, and you actually start with the closet, which is really where most of us keep most of the junk that we don't need or love. And you say through, you know, does it fit? Is it interchangeable? Is it uncomfortable? All of these choices that help it. Does it add beauty? All of those sorts of things to work through that. Only why after that can you then create essentially order? Why do you have to make the choice first?
Well, the choice, there is decision fatigue. It's hard. It's emotionally draining. It's intellectually draining. But once all that stuff has been wiped away, you know, given away, recycled, donated, that's when you can really see, well, where do I put things? How do I organize things so I can find them easily, so they make sense to me, so they look appealing. But if you start by trying to organize things, then you're going to organize things that you don't need to keep at all, and that's just extra work, and you don't have the room for it on your shelf.
What if you keep things because someday you might love them?
Okay, this is the someday someone. Someday someone is going to like this thing. Be very honest with yourself. You know, someday someone, you know, are they really going to want your 15-year-old bread maker? I don't think so. You know, or, you know, the suit, you know, the business suits that you wore when you were right out of law school. Like, someday someone is not going to want.
You also said be a tourist in your own home.
Yes.
That was really helpful. Go through every single drawer and re-examine whether or not you need something.
Right, because a lot of us have whole, like, unknown areas. Like, what is under that bed? I have no idea. You know, and then you go look at it, and a lot of times you realize you don't need those things. You didn't even know you had them, so clearly you don't need them much.
Chapter 4, you say cultivate helpful habits.
Yes.
It's not just one cleansing or cleaning, it's a habit.
Yes. So one great habit is the 1-minute rule. Anything you can do in less than a minute, do without delay. If you can hang up your coat instead of throwing it on a chair, if you can rip open a letter and see that you can put it in the recycling, and that just gets rid of that scum of stuff on the surface of life. It's a little habit that's easy to work into even a very busy life.
I can make my bed in about 20 seconds.
There you go, right? Are you, people love making your bed.
Well, I read that book, Make Your Bed, which I really believe in. It's like the first choice I make every day is to have an orderly life. And for me, making the bed is like I have control over that.
Yes, exactly. And that's, again, the connection between outer order and inner calm. Making your bed gives you that feeling of starting off your day in the right way.
Why does every room need to have something purple?
Okay, now that's just me being funny. And people are very literal about that. By something purple, I mean something whimsical, something surprising, something special, oversized, undersized, sparkly. Every room should just have something that makes it feel special. Yeah, something fun.
But I think that's everything in the room.
Oh, yeah. Maybe for you.
Are you a little bit of a clutter?
I'm totally a hoarder, yes.
Really?
If Anna's watching this, she's thinking about all those T-shirts from political campaigns in the early 90s that I still have that we should be getting rid of.
Could you
but
take
now my son is
them?
wearing one of them.
Okay.
So you see, I kept it, and 25 years later,
but here's what
it's paying off.
Here's what I would say about that T-shirt collection. What sometimes people do, they really, really want to keep the T-shirt collection, but they keep it in their main closet. Your main closet is prime real estate. If those are really mementos, store them somewhere else and keep your main closet for the
I
clothes.
love it.
Excellent suggestion.
Bottom line, make room for happiness. Gretchen Rubin, thank you so much. And Out of Order Intercom is on sale today.